Guys, fasten your seatbelts. We're going right into a courtroom confrontation today, in which one woman views court rulings as optional rules. There's a sense that the rules don't apply to me as soon as she enters. Additionally, the judge's courteous but terse tone indicates that he has experience with this situation. She has disregarded court orders, been denied parenting time, and now she sits there acting like the victim. Although there is silence in the courtroom, anxiety is present. With careful and exact language, the judge begins correcting the record. He seems to be setting the foundation for something more significant. Every second is a step closer to the inevitable, even though she may believe this is just another ordinary hearing. The countdown has begun, and believe me when I say that the explosion is imminent.
The next case is Dexter Austin Apartments. So what that means that is versus Bithia Nora Velasquez and Arturo Rodriguez. Who's here on behalf of Dexter?
I'm here, Your Honor. Yes, me, the Dexter.
Okay. And is Bithia Velasquez or Arturo Rodriguez here?
They did not check in during check-in time, but Ms. Velasquez did say that they were planning on being here,
Well,
or they're trying to log on.
They're trying to log on?
Yes, but that was almost an hour ago. If Ms.
Okay.
Rodriguez, if that's you on the phone, you'll push *6 to unmute.
We've got Dexter Austin versus John Adame and Melissa Baker. Is that you, Miss Yasmin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you were previously sworn. The rent is $10.13, is that right?
Correct.
And you just want July prorated at $9.80, is that correct?
Yes and no. Their lease contract expired on the 24th of this month of July.
Okay.
They're still current. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, somebody's here screaming. Oh, I think Bithia's here. Hold on. She's Bithia. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're on court right now. Give me 1 second.
No, you are just. She already dismissed my case.
She did not dismiss your case.
Ok, tiene que yo estuve esperando una pinche hora.
Okay.
Una pinche hora.
Give me a second.
Don't be fucking like that.
I was not. You were not on the phone.
I was on the fucking phone. Do you need fucking?
Okay. You have to do.
Aquí tú me.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and log in? Because you're literally on
I
live.
can't fucking log in.
Okay.
I can't log in.
Bithia, you have to call. You have
Yo
to.
llamé una bitch. Mira, aquí te voy a enseñar.
Tell her to go try the phone number again, Miss.
Una pinche.
Do you need the judge? Bithia, do you hear the judge? She's sending for you to log in.
Velasquez.
I can't.
Miss Velasquez.
It's okay, folks. She's the Grand Marshal of the Excuse Parade, which has officially begun. She flips the script rather than take responsibility. She's the wrong party all of a sudden. Each sentence is an additional diversion, an effort to place the blame elsewhere. Every time the judge tries to break through the cacophony, she slams past him with a new twist. It's a combination of overconfidence and denial that only works when no one is monitoring. This judge, however, has receipts, knowing that the rope is getting tighter around her case. He is allowing her to speak while allowing it to lengthen. From the gallery, you can practically hear the silent head movements. What she believes to be his defense is actually the ideal pretext for her own demise.
Phone number again.
Mira, una pinche hora. Wait, mira.
Look, listen.
Mira, 54 minutes. Right here.
Miss Velasquez.
54 minutes. I was waiting.
I understand. We tried to
I
message you.
can't log in. They didn't give me the passcode. They gave me the fucking.
There's no passcode. You just need the. Can you try again and we'll let you in right away.
Don't dismiss.
The what?
You know.
You're on live, by the way.
You know I'm not gonna.
Miss
And I've
Velasquez.
been 54 minutes.
She
On this
told-
fucking case. 54 minutes.
I
Almost
know.
an hour.
Can you
Really?
try? Can you call again and we'll let you right in? Okay.
didn't give me the password. They gave me the passcode.
There's no
They didn't
password.
know.
Look,
Vergas. ¿Cómo que no?
look, just dial right here. Look, dial this number.
Tell her to dial the number and we'll let her in.
There's no reason.
There's no
Mamacita,
reason.
mira, mi amor.
I
Mira,
understand.
55 minutes. That was
That's not
55 minutes. Like, really, look. For real. Que no me encabrones. Que no me encabrones.
I'm sorry.
Yo me calmé.
Hold on,
We have three more cases, right, Miss Yasmin?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Your Honor. It's just that I have her in the office and I cannot hear you. I'm sorry. We were going based on John Adame's case,
No,
and
Roberto
then
Velázquez.
hold
Right.
on. John Adame, actually, their lease contract expired on the 24th of this month.
So
They
that
have not
would be $784.
correct,
Okay,
which is a prorated amount plus this amount for the remaining of the month. They have not yet also paid the rent previous. Sorry, Your Honor. They have not paid a little bit of their June rent as well, so I'm trying to grab possession of
No.
it.
Que go back to my case, ¿no? To the judge. Porque a mí ni siquiera me dieron el pinche paso. 50.
Yes, I want to get possession of this unit of John Adame and
Mira,
Melissa.
Marisa. Mira.
okay, is there any left owing in June?
For the month of June, it's $213, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's 997 is
Correct.
what, oh, okay,
Yes,
and the appeal log is 2026.
correct.
Okay, so we've got Dexter versus Jonathan Rodriguez.
Yes, for Jonathan Rodriguez, he has not paid for the month of July, which is this month.
Right,
I just heard her and her.
Lease contract expired July the 3rd of this month of this year.
okay,
Their rent is $1,335, so I'm asking for $1,335 along with late fees and judge.
I can just give you the back.
Correct. Yes. Okay, so I need you to just have a seat and we're gonna go ahead and
Okay,
call.
well, cuando yo estaba hablando, when I was talking, I was like,
Lydia.
oh, you hear me? I was almost an hour. Aquí está, in the record. Almost an hour.
You want to take a
Yeah, everyone have a seat and then she can go ahead and give you a call. You can go ahead
No.
I think she was the phone number, and I called out to push *6 to unmute.
Did you hear? She said, I'm sorry, say that again?
If you're calling in through the phone number, you push *6 to unmute, and I repeated that a few times before we started the case.
You heard that, Vitia?
I heard that. I didn't hear that before. Michael?
Mhm.
Right, this is the people versus Christopher Moore. I have misdemeanor files 241722, 241589, 241136, and then we have a felony file. This is 241796 FY appearances.
Morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Danto on behalf of Mr. Moore. As to the state cases, we've waived formal reading, asked for warrants to be recalled. As of the city case, that's set for pre-trial 5th, and request would waive formal reading and send it.
Okay, so as to 241796 FY, the felony case, this is a charge of home invasion, third, and domestic violence. Mr. Moore, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, and you have a right to have that attorney present during any future questioning and any future court hearings. In the event you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. You have 2 court dates within the next 21 days. Your first court date is your probable cause conference, which you can appear at via Zoom, and that is set for August 26th of 2024. Following that, on September 9th of 2024, you will have your preliminary examination. At that examination, the prosecutor will have to show that a crime was committed and probable cause exists to charge you with that crime. With respect to the remaining 3 cases, we have a State of Michigan versus Christopher Moore on 1136. State of Michigan versus Christopher Moore on 241589, and then we have a City of Taylor case 241722, and that's the B&E. As to all of those, the warrants have been set aside. They'll be set for pre-trials.
Judge, I would note that voiding it is on, I would just ask that the 2 misdemeanor state cases be set for the 26th as well.
The misdemeanor state case be set for is the 26th, so that's a Monday?
That's the same thing set for the PCC.
Oh, okay, so we'll just have them all?
Same parties.
All right.
And then the state, or the city case, I think is September 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's a date of September 5th on that one. And then Ms. Moynihan, all 3 of the felony matters that when we come in for the arraignment, or I'm sorry, the probable cause conference on August 26th, we'll just have those 2 misdemeanor files follow the felony. Now, as to bond. Ms. Moynihan, is there anything you have to say as to bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Tina Moynihan on behalf of the people, P84-22. Judge, we were in court on Monday. I was there as a prosecutor covering the docket for Ms. So and Ms. Davidova. And Mr. Moore was supposed to appear for an arraignment. He did appear by Zoom momentarily and then disappeared. He would not speak with Mr. Gidzicki, with my understanding. Mr. Gidzicki attempted to have conversations to proceed with the arraignment. And then Mr. Moore decided to log off before the case was ever called. My understanding, he then contacted the courthouse and spoke to a clerk downstairs and made threats to the court that if he came up to the courthouse that something was going to happen to people in the courthouse.
This is where the mood shifts, guys. The judge eliminates the politeness and presents the facts, like he's reciting off a highlight reel of defiance. He cites her commands disregarded, deadlines missed, and outright refusals one by one. This is not an isolated error. The trend is deeply ingrained in the record. Her eyes reveal her reaction, despite her best efforts to hide it. This is striking more forcefully than she anticipated. Now, the judge's tone is piercing. No extraneous words or fluff. It serves as a basis for what will happen next, not merely a warning. Each utterance feels like a brick in the wall enclosing her, and if she believed she could argue her way out of it, that delusion is quickly dissolving.
And then it was also my understanding, of speaking with the complainant who appeared by Zoom, that there was an incident in the night prior, which would have been Sunday night. In that incident, Judge, there has been a warrant requested. I am in the process of reviewing that this morning. The allegations there are that the defendant broke into the complainant's home again overnight, forced his way into the home. He then adjusted cameras throughout the home that the complainant had so that he could not be observed. He's seen wearing all black, a hoodie, as well as a mask covering his face. He then enters the complainant's bedroom. He pulls a gun from his pocket and then shows that to the complainant, claiming that her fingerprints are on that gun and putting her in fear of an altercation ensuing further from that. He's then seen leaving the location by the complainant and heading out in an unknown direction. My understanding is that he's been staying across the street at the home across the street from her residence, and I believe that that is also going to be considered a violation of his bond that's been issued, that he's had no contact with the complainant, that he's not returned that residence, and then there's allegations of new criminal activity. In addition, Judge, to his failure to stay in court until the case was called on Monday, I do believe that Mr. Moore is a danger to the complainant as well as to the public as a whole. He shows a wholesome inability to comply with the court's orders. I would be asking for a $250,000 cash surety bond, no 10% with a GPS tether and house arrest if he were to be released, and I would ask that there be a 2-mile radius from the complainant's residence so that he's not to return to that area.
Anything, Mr. Fanto?
Well, I guess we have allegations that I don't know that the court should take into consideration relative bond as these cases stand. However, I would note that Mr. Moore does have some serious medical issues. At least if we could mark the files on medical so that Wayne County knows. He is on SSI.
Okay. I don't think there's, the things I'm to take into consideration is whether or not he's a danger to the community. He's a lengthy criminal history. His behavior in this court has been absolutely egregious. Since these cases have started, he has assaulted criminal convictions. He clearly does not have any issue ignoring court orders. He is certainly a danger to Miss Butcher as well as the community at large. He's certainly a flight risk. He was already in immediate warrant status on one of the domestic violence charges on August 5th when he failed to appear for court. We've had a separate case where he had an immediate bench warrant on two different dates, both June 13th and August 5th, for failing to appear at court. He's now got pending against one complaining witness, 2 domestic violence cases, 3 domestic violence cases, a B&E and a home invasion. There's an allegation that a firearm was used in one of those instances. There was a police report filed. Detectives had to come over to the court Monday after there were allegations that Mr. Moore called the court, was extremely volatile with court staff. And Ms. Moynihan, the language was that he was going to come up to the court and commit a massacre. That's the allegation of what he was screaming at.
She wouldn't start backpedaling here like most people would. She's amazing. She implies that the orders themselves are faulty and casts doubt on the judge's impartiality. That's like lighting a match in a pyrotechnics factory in the courtroom. According to her reasoning, it doesn't matter if she disagrees. It's audacious, but it's also entirely fantastical. The room's aura tightens as if everyone is aware that this is getting serious. Although the judge exhibits restraint, his patience is equivocal. This is now blatant provocation rather than merely defiance. She is placing a large wager that confidence will triumph over evidence. It won't. Spoiler alert.
So I have to agree with you entirely. Mr. Moore is a danger to the community. Mr. Moore is a flight risk. Mr. Moore has shown absolutely zero respect for the criminal justice system, the legal system, for the safety of his own child that resides with Ms. Butcher. He will have a $250,000 cash or surety bond with a GPS tether with a 2-mile radius of complaining witness's home. The file will be marked medical. Mr. Moore, you're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number. You're to have no contact with Ms. Butcher. And a matter of fact, you can't not only go to her home, you can't go on her street. These are on the felony case. These are the bond conditions set for 1796 FY. You are not to possess or have access to firearms. You cannot purchase or access or consume alcohol or illegal drugs. On misdemeanor, I've also signed the request for a court-appointed attorney to ensure that Mr. Moore has counsel at all future proceedings, and that's in the file. As to the 3 misdemeanor files, each of these files will have a $10,000 cash surety bond with a GPS.
About the $250,000.
No, that's plus, so it's $280,000 altogether.
Hey, ma'am. If I can say something, are done, please just let me know.
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, you have a-
Before you not,
Yeah, Mr. Moore, you have a constitutional right to remain silent, given the amount of hot water you're in right now. I would strongly encourage you to follow the advice of your counsel.
we've had pretrial services relative to the
I will request a DSU report at counsel's request on the felony. Is there anything else?
Yes, can I say one thing, please?
Mr. Moore, your attorney's advising you not to say a thing.
I understand that. I'm asking, please. Would that be okay?
I would prefer you not, Mr. Moore.
I understand that, respect that, but this is my life in the balance, and me never seeing my kid. So I would like to say.
This is the moment of mercy. The judge offers her one final chance to turn her life around. She only needs to admit the infractions and promise to abide by the law. Rather, she attempts to divert the discourse from the reality by delving into irrelevant drama. It's a perfect analogy to argue with GPS. She's on her way to a collision. The judge's demeanor shifts. The internal decision click is practically visible. He has experimented with tolerance, logic, and patience. Enforcement is the final destination. Everyone seems to be aware of the turn we're going to take, and the room feels heavier.
I understand what this looks like. I understand that you guys are upset. I understand that I didn't show up and advise to every court ruling because I've had bad experience with the judicial system. That's not an excuse, but at the same time, it is the truth of what I'm saying. I have documentation showing, and I've called the courts. I called the detective. I called the domestic violence. I recorded them. And,
Mr. Moore, listen. Mr. Moore, I
understand.
appreciate all of that. I want to be clear. Given your history of this court and what's happened recently, there is absolutely nothing that you can say that will change my bond on this case. Nothing.
How about
Nothing.
her conspiring to commit murder on me?
So
and I haven't
what
touched
will
it?
happen is your attorney has requested a DSU, and I've granted that DSU request. So the Michigan Department of Corrections will meet with you, and if they find a bond modification is appropriate, they will issue a recommendation to this court. I'm not so inclined, or I don't know that I would even necessarily follow their recommendation, but I will certainly look at it and take it into consideration.
Ask her
And I
what
mark the
her-
file medical.
Thank you.
She don't have
All right.
it. She's into a 1% of motorcycle club.
All right, thank you. We're all set. Thank you over at the jail.
And then, suddenly, the time comes. Contempt of court. Like a hammer, the words fall forth. Final and unchangeable. She responds as though she's been caught off guard. Her complaints becoming louder and more pointed, as though he were only reading the expected next line from a script. The judge remains unfazed, his voice remains steady, and his posture remains solid. Immediately, the power dynamic changes. She no longer has the authority she believed she possessed. It's evident on her face, the combination of surprise, incredulity, and the growing recognition that this is true. The argument is over.